Hey everybody, I've been talking about doing Edpuzzles, syncing them with Google Classroom, and today I would like to talk about grading assignments that are just all multiple choice questions and grading assignments that have open-ended questions. So we're going to start, I'm going to show you a couple different links here. I've got my Google Classroom as a teacher, I'm logged in, but I'm also logged into Google Classroom as a student. And if you'd like, I'm going to be doing some other videos of what it looks like to be a student, but I'm just going to focus on the teaching point of view, and I want to talk about grading an Edpuzzle. But let's start by grabbing an Edpuzzle, and then I will assign it, and then I'll show you what it looks like to grade. So let's say I want to do this particular video. So I'm going to select it, and then I'm going to want to assign it. So I'm going to click Assign, and then I have to assign it to a class, so I'm going to select it. And then I'm going to do a start time, end time, and click Save there. And then I'm going to post it on Google Classroom. I do recommend you prevent skipping. I will turn on closed captioning so that you can see the text. And now I'm going to assign it. Now, when you go to assign an assignment on Google Classroom, you'll notice it says it was posted on Google Classroom over here. But one of the things that you want to do is you want to go over to classwork, and you're going to see it pop up somewhere. So it usually pops up at the top of our classwork. So I'm going to drag it down into this teacher-generated Edpuzzles. So here we go. We've got it in this place. And what I'm going to want to do is edit it. And the reason why I want to edit it is if I do nothing, it's going to be worth 100 points. Now, maybe you have lots of short videos worth 100 points. I don't. And so I usually don't assign anything that's less than 5 points, but 10 is kind of a little bit of a standard, so I'm going to make it worth 10 points. You want to make sure you set the point value before you officially assign it. So the moment you have posted it, you want to modify the points, and then you can go ahead and click Save and update. So make sure it's on the topic. You can always move topics around, but once you put the points in, it's a lot easier. So now it's been assigned, and so I am going to be the student. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to get my results, and you'll see just how easy it is to grade an Edpuzzle. Okay, I just took the Edpuzzle as a student. I am done. I'm going to get my results. I got my results 100%. Now let's just see how easy it is for the teacher to grade this Edpuzzle. Now, as the teacher, what I need to do in order to grade an all multiple choice question is assign it. Once I assign it and a student takes it, grading is done. I don't have to do any more. Let's take a look. So now here we go. I'm going to take a look at this assignment. It looks like one is already graded. See, I didn't even do anything. I'm just going to click on the one that was graded, Century High School. Let's see how we did. And I'm going to scroll down, pop it open, and 10 out of 10. There's nothing else to do. So as long as your Edpuzzle just has multiple choice questions, you don't have to do anything else once you've assigned it, other than remind the students. All right, let's talk about an open-ended question where the teacher has to grade it. And really, it's not hard. It's just you got to take the time to grade it. But it's pretty straightforward. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, I just finished the Edpuzzle. I just took the open-ended question. And right at the end, it says I'm done. I can see my results. And I can see I got 100% of the video completed. And only have 8 out of 9 correct because it still needs to be graded. So now I'm going to go in as the teacher, and I'll show you how to grade an assignment that has an open-ended question. Okay, I'm currently logging in as a teacher. If I am ready to grade, what I want to do is go into Edpuzzle, and I want to click on my classes and see if anything's been turned in. We're looking for the little dot. So it's a little red dot next to whatever class has some submitted work. And I can see there's a red dot over here with the number of 1, which means there's just 1 that's been turned in. And then I can see there's 1 new answer. So I could click on any of those little buttons. And, well, this one won't work. But if I could click on this, nope, it looks like I have to click on here. And I'm going to grade it. And then I can see the name of the student, which is just the school. And then there's the answer. And here it is. So when you go to grade, you have a couple options here. If, for example, you have a series of students that have all answered and they're all correct, you could just, with one click of this button, just mark everything as being 100% done. graded. And they get 100% on that question. If you don't want to do it that way, you can just take a look at the answer, and then if you think it's a good answer and it deserves full credit, you just click the green little check and it's done. If you think it's completely doesn't deserve any credit at all, or for whatever reason it's 0, you can just check this and it will give it a grade of 0 and you'll be done grading. Now I'm going to go ahead and check it here, but let's say I want to make a comment. One of the things you need to do is you need to add your comment before you put the grade in. So I'm going to click comment and I'll just say something like, way to go. And I could even just copy this and then paste it in for all the good answers if I wanted to. All right, I'm not going to do it this time because there's only one anyway. All right, so now I've given my comment. It says one comment. If I click it, I can read it. And I can even add another comment, I believe. Yeah, I can just click that and I can write another one. All right. Okay, so now I'm ready to grade, so I'm just going to click on here. It's good to go. Now, one thing I want to point out is that when you're grading, I just want you to think about the fact that every question is worth 1 point. So if you put 100%, it's like 1 out of how many questions there are. And so if you have a bunch of multiple choice questions and one open-ended question, I wouldn't spend too long a time wringing your hands over what exact percentage you're going to give that open-ended question, because honestly, it's only going to turn out to be one of those many questions. So when you're thinking about posing questions, I do recommend, if you're going to do an open-ended question, maybe only have open-ended questions and then make them all roughly, if they're all the same weight. Then you could give percentages. You can give it like, you could type in 50 for half credit. You could put in 75 for like a C, 85 for a B, 95 for an A, but it's not 100%. However you want to do it, you can do it that way. But again, if there's a lot of multiple choice questions and it's just one of many, then I wouldn't spend too much time trying to give an exact point value. All right, so let's go take a look and just see if the grade has gone through. And I can see over to the right, Century High School, 10 out of 10. Because I graded it and it was done grading, I didn't have to click anything else. All right, I'm just done. I can click on my classes and I can see that all the dots are gone. I'm done grading. So look for the dots. That's going to tell you if someone turned in an open-ended question. And as long as you're syncing all of your quiz questions with Google Classroom, then all you really need to do to make sure things are up to date on the grade is just work through everything that has those little dots and then grade them. And then once you've done all that, you're done grading. And for the Edpuzzles anyway. So anyways, I hope you found this useful. Thanks so much for watching and stay tuned for more videos.